Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the forward assist on the CMMG conversion bolt. Okay, and that's, let me get this out, that's it right there. Okay, so basically the purpose of this is to make the forward assist that's on your AR-15 work. So basically this is a standard 5.56 AR-15. Okay, so this is a conversion bolt that CMMG sells that allows your regular AR-15 to shoot .22 long rifle, which is great because you get to shoot a lot more. Okay, now it does not come standard with the forward assist. So if you buy it like this and install it, the forward assist won't work. And with 22s, that sometimes is something that you're gonna have to use. Okay, and I'll get into that in a minute. Now, this cost $15 basically. I bought this from Palmetto State Armory. The conversion bolt I bought from Primary Arms. They did not sell this. I got a great deal on this. This came with 3 magazines. It was $160 with shipping. It came out to $185 with 3 magazines. That was a great deal. This, I was not sure what I was getting. This, for $15, first of all, this is plastic. For $15, they should have made this steel, right? They should have built this with the same metal that this is. That's my first thing I'm going to point out, because basically the way the forward assist works is there's teeth on that come out and basically grab these teeth and push them forward. So you've got metal teeth biting into plastic teeth, and those teeth are going to get worn out. So first of all, I think that this should be standard, with the conversion bolt. And secondly, this should be made out of metal. So, it'd be one thing if they were selling this thing for $1 or $2, but they're selling it for $15. So, I mean, the conversion bolt is great. Very happy with that. It's been doing very well. I've shot it in a bunch of AR-15s. But with this, they could have done better on this. Now, before I go any further, let me just mention one thing to you guys. With this conversion bolt over here, there's a cotter pin that goes in over here that holds the firing pin in place, right? Keeps it from falling out. Make sure that cotter pin is not coming out all the way. One of my subscribers actually pointed it out in the comment section, because if that cotter pin is coming out too far, it could be scratching up your it could be scratching up the inside of your upper receiver. So this was sticking out a little bit. I did not see it actually hitting the upper receiver, but what I did is I just took out the cotter pin and I just basically just filed it down a little bit, so it does not stick past, it does not stick out past the body of the conversion bolt. The other thing you want to keep an eye on is that pin that holds in the extractor, right? So that's your extractor pin. Make sure that doesn't start coming out. Because that's something I did see it starting to lift up a little bit. So those are the 2 things that you want to look out for on your conversion bolt. Okay, so let me take out the AR bolt that's in here. Okay, so here's the 5.56 conversion bolt. Okay, this is the CMG 22 conversion. Okay, I'm gonna take. What you do is you take this forward assist adapter, or whatever you want to call it, and you basically just slide it in. It just slides in over here like that. Okay, and it just fits in there. I mean, there's nothing that locks it in place. It just rides in like that. Now, there's something I want you guys to pay attention to. Okay. If you look at the teeth, right, on the actual 5.56 bolt, okay, look how far back they come. When you look at the teeth, right, when I hold these 2 bolts in the same position, right, because this is going to come all the way to the back. That's going to be right up against your buffer tube, right? So when I hold this over here, what you'll notice is that the teeth don't come back far enough. Okay, so these teeth come all the way back up over here. That stops So you're missing about 4, maybe 5 teeth. And that's really important, okay, because what happens is, yes, the forward assist works, but not, in that last the last, I don't know what you want to call it, millimeter or something, it doesn't actually do anything. And I'm going to demonstrate. Let me put this in there. Okay, so here's the thing, with these blazers, this conversion bolt works great. Okay, so let me, I'm just going to load up a couple of blazers real quick, fire off some rounds, so you can see how it's supposed to work. And when it's working, normally you don't need that forward assist at all. Okay, it's good to have because sometimes you do need it, and a lot of people argue that, like, do you need it on your AR-15? And one of the things I tell people that, if your gun's a little bit dirty and you're trying to chamber around quietly where you're riding down the bolt, if the gun is, even if the gun is clean, sometimes it won't lock up, and you need that forward assist to close it. Get my ears on. So with these blazers, I've had absolutely no problem. Okay. So with the blazers, this thing works great. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the blazers out of the way. Okay, and here I have these Remington golden buckets. Now, I've actually measured these with the calipers. These are a tiny fraction of an inch shorter than the blazers. Okay, and apparently that makes a difference because these do have feeding problems where you do need to use the forward assist. Okay, and we're gonna demonstrate. And actually, there's a good way to practice using your forward assist. If you want to actually practice using your forward assist, get these Remington golden buckets, and then you can shoot that out of your AR-15, and you will actually need to use your forward assist. But the problem is that because, like I showed you earlier, the teeth don't come far back enough. It's going to cause some problems because, here, let me just load it, and you'll see what I mean. That should be enough. Okay, so pull it back. Okay, so right there, that did not close all the way. Okay, that did not close all the way. The problem is that if you pull this back, right, make sure I got my safety on. Yes, it's on. Okay, if I pull this back, right, and I slide it forward, if you push here with this thing, you can, yeah, listen, I can feel the forward assist grabbing those teeth and moving it forward. But when you get to like right there, that pushes it forward, but it doesn't go any closer. It hasn't actually closed it because the teeth don't come back far enough to actually close this bolt all the way up. So, like right now, so you can see the difference. I'm actually going to pull the charging handle back. See, now it's actually closed. Let me fire a couple of shots. Okay, so there you go. It didn't feed all the way. So I can push it. You can see it going in. Okay, and that's as far as it goes. It won't go any further because it doesn't have enough teeth to actually close this thing. And if you can't close it, then it's not doing its job. Let me try shooting this out. Let's see what happens. Nope, it won't do anything because it's not closed. Let me try this. And here's the thing, if you try to pull it back all the way, now if I send this forward, I'm going to have a double feed. So the way you got to do this, you got to take out your magazine, close this, right? Make sure it slams forward. Same deal. All right, so again, let me try pushing this. See, it's moving it forward. It moves it forward just enough, but it doesn't have that extra tooth that's absolutely necessary in order to close it. Okay, so this is a defect. This is a design flaw. Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you hit it. It's short. You know, it doesn't have enough teeth to push this all the way forward. So what I gotta do now is I gotta take out the magazine, pull this all the way. Basically, I gotta basically slingshot this, right? Because that's the only way to get that to actually seat. Okay, but I could have done that without the forward assist. All right, and now I can come back to shooting. Okay, and now I'm actually empty. So let me open this up again one more time, because now, even though I showed it to you earlier, now it will actually make sense, because you've seen what's happening. Okay, so this is a major design flaw. So what's happening is, okay, you know, basically it tries to feed it, it doesn't feed it right, it stops right there. Okay, you're pushing on the forward assist. Okay, so the forward assist, okay, it's here. You're pushing on the forward assist. The teeth are grabbing here and pushing this forward, pushing this forward. So it basically, it pushes, it gives it the last push right there, and then it comes back here, and there's no teeth back here. So the forward assist is pushing, but there's nothing for it to push against, because this thing doesn't come back far enough, and you can see it if you compare it to the actual bolt. Right, when you stand these two things on their end, like this, all right, same length, okay, you can see how the teeth come further back on the original, on the proper design, and how they fall short on this. Okay, now I suspect I know why they did it the way they did it. With the AR bolt, this actually comes all the way into the buffer tube. So this comes all the way back, okay? With this design, okay, the bolt doesn't actually move back. The bolt stops right there, right? It doesn't have enough pressure to actually move back. So this isn't actually moving back into the buffer tube. What's happening is this. Where is it? There it is. What's happening is, if I can get, there you go. This is coming back, okay? So rather than this going back and forth and going back into your buffer tube, this stays still against your buffer, and this is coming all the way back. So what's going to happen is, when this comes all the way back, okay, it stops right there, all right? So basically, they could not make the teeth come any further back, because then you would actually be hitting your buffer tube, okay? So this would have to extend past the buffer tube. So that's the reason why they designed this the way they designed it. But the problem is that the forward assist just doesn't work because of this, because of this design shortcoming. I mean, I'm glad I got it. I mean, I think at $15, this thing is a little too expensive. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I'm glad I got it, but I'm not gonna go and actually recommend this to anybody, because it doesn't work good enough. It falls short. In the end, you gotta take out your magazine. You gotta manually cycle the charging handle, put the magazine back. This is not going. This forward assist is not going to do what you need it to do, which is get quickly close the bolt and get the gun back up and running. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I was actually looking for reviews on this forward assist before I bought it. I could not find any, so that's why I thought it was really important to make this video. So if you're gonna pay $15 for this thing over here, that should cost like $2, but I think they should just give you for free with the bolt. I just want you guys to know that it's not gonna actually close the bolt all the way. It's just gonna move it up just. The teeth will grab it and they'll move it up to like right there, right? So you still have it. You still have an opening, okay? And the gun's not going to be able to fire like that, okay? So something for you guys to consider if you guys want to buy it. And like I said, I'm glad I bought it. But I think for most people, I mean, it's probably a waste of $15. So if you guys have any comments, put in the comment section. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.